Now we continue with our breaking news. The President Obama tonight sitting down for his first formal interview. Who he talked to speaking volumes tonight. The audience largely Arab, largely Muslim. Now here's an extended sample of the President just moments ago with Alarabiya Television's Hisham Melham.
Mr. President, thank you for this opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Sir, we just met with your personal envoy to the Middle East, Senator Mitchell. Obviously, his first task is to consolidate the ceasefire. But beyond that, you've been saying that you want to pursue actively and aggressively peacemaking between the Palestinians and the Israelis. Tell us a little bit about how do you see your personal role? Because, you know, if the President of the United States is not involved, nothing happens, as the history of peacemaking shows. Will you be proposing ideas, pitching proposals, parameters, as one of your predecessors did, or just urging the parties to come up with their own resolutions, as your immediate predecessor did?
Well, I think the most important thing is for the United States to get engaged right away. And George Mitchell is somebody of enormous stature. He is one of the few people who have international experience brokering peace deals. And so what I've told him is start by listening, because all too often the United States starts by dictating in the past on some of these issues, and we don't always know all the factors that are involved. So let's listen. He's going to be speaking to all the major parties involved, and he will then report back to me. From there, we will formulate a specific response. Ultimately, we cannot tell either the Israelis or the Palestinians what's best for them. They're going to have to make some decisions. But I do believe that the moment is ripe for both sides to realize that the path that they are on is one that is not going to result in prosperity and security for their people, and that instead it's time to return to the negotiating table. It's going to be difficult. It's going to take time. I don't want to prejudge many of these issues, and I want to make sure that expectations are not raised so that we think that this is going to be resolved in a few months. But if we start steady progress on these issues, I'm absolutely confident that the United States, working in tandem with the European Union, with Russia, with all the Arab states in the region, I'm absolutely certain that we can make significant progress.
You've been saying essentially that we should not look at these issues like the Palestinian-Israeli track and separation from the broader region. You've been talking about a kind of holistic approach to the region. That are we expecting a different paradigm in the sense that in the past, one of the critique, at least from the Arab side and the Muslim side, is that everything the Americans always tested with the Israelis, if it works. Now there is an Arab peace plan, there's a regional aspect to it, and you've indicated that. Will there be a kind of shift, a paradigmic shift?
Well, here's what I think is important. You look at the proposal that was put forward by King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia. Right. I might not agree with every aspect of the proposal, but it took great courage to put forward something that is as significant as that. I think that there are ideas across the region of how we might pursue peace. I do think that it is impossible for us to think only in terms of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict and not think in terms of what's happening with Syria or Iran or Lebanon or Afghanistan and Pakistan. These things are interrelated. And what I've said, and I think Hillary Clinton has expressed this in her confirmation, is that if we are looking at the region as a whole and communicating a message to the Arab world and the Muslim world that we are ready to initiate a new partnership based on mutual respect and mutual interest, then I think that we can make significant progress. Now, Israel is a strong ally of the United States. It will not stop being a strong ally of the United States, and I will continue to believe that Israel's security is paramount. But I also believe that there are Israelis who recognize that it is important to achieve peace. They will be willing to make sacrifices if the time is appropriate and if there is serious partnership on the other side. And so what we want to do is to listen, set aside some of the preconceptions that have existed and have built up over the last several years. And I think if we do that, then there's a possibility, at least, of achieving some breakthroughs.
You're watching Barack Obama's first formal interview as President of the United States given to an Arab language channel. Our panel weighs in on what the president is trying to accomplish and how it